Hi everyone, so this is your girl Bright Eyes and I'm going to show you a tutorial how to do the Christmas stockings with the folded cuff. So right now I'm using my pattern. I'm using two of the A1 patterns. That's all you need to um, do the pattern. And right now I'm just cutting the hook that I'm going to use to sew to make the Christmas stocking. Okay, so I already laid out the pattern on the fabric and there's nothing much to do, it's just to cut it. The seam allowance is already there, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just cut the fabric away and start sewing. Because we're only using two A1 pattern, there's no need to have a cuff pattern. So there's no cuff to do this project. Go on my sewing machine and I'm going to start sewing for the hook. So all you have to do is fold it half an inch and you fold it again and you top stitch it. So this piece is for the hook for the socks. Okay, for this fabric, this is the fabric that have the deer um this pattern design on it. I'm going to use this one as the outer lining of the fabric or the outer lining of the socks. So I'm just sewing half an inch all around and that's it. Okay, for the inner lining fabric, I'm going to take my hook piece, which you see right there, and put it inside the socks. And I'm going to sew half an inch all around. When you get to the hook piece, make sure you double tack it when you sew over it half an inch. At this part, I sewed the whole thing at half an inch and I forgot to leave the opening for the bottom part of the socks because that's where we're supposed to turn it inside out. So make sure when you're sewing this half an inch all around, leave the bottom piece open like you see in my first video where I show you how to make the Christmas shop socks. So just sew half an inch all around and when you sew over the hook piece, back tap it so it can stay secure. Okay, so where I put my hook piece, that's where I want the socks to fold over. It's up to you where you want your socks to fold over. So whatever you put your hook piece, that's where the socks is going to fold over. And this is the part I'm talking about. Make sure you double tack it when you go over the hook so it can stay secure, and that's where you want to fold your cuff. Okay, so now at this part, I'm going to cut the extra seam allowance with my pinky shear all around. And this is going to make it easier to turn the socks inside out and to fold um, the socks so it doesn't be thick or bulky. Okay, so this is the part where I told you I made a mistake and I sewed the bottom part. You're supposed to leave it open, so I'm just taking my seam ripper and opening it up so I could be able to turn the socks inside out. So make sure when you're sewing that you have the bottom piece open so you could turn it inside out. So right now I'm just put together the socks together. I'm going to be sewing the cuff part of it so I'll be able to turn it inside out, because the part where the there is with the pattern, that's the one that I want the outer piece to show. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my pinky shears and just cut off the extra fabric. That way it's not going to look too bulky, and it's going to look really nice and neat when you have to turn the socks inside out. So after you pinky shear it, now you're going to see me turn the socks inside out where the opening is. Okay, so now at this part, I'm folding in the seam allowance where the seam will be, because I'm going to close it in. And it's very small because I end up using the pinky shear to cut it off because I forgot to leave the opening. So this is a part where you're going to sew it off completely. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the sewing machine, and this is gonna be the final part of sewing it. I'm gonna sew the bottom part of the socks to close it in, and remember to back tack it before you start, and back tack it when you're done. Okay, so now that I finished sewing the bottom part of the socks, I'm gonna turn it inside out and put the lining inside the socks. Okay, so now that I'm finished sewing it, I'm gonna take the top part of the socks and fold it and look for my hook and fix it up really nice and neat. And I'm gonna put the name on top of the cuff. And now you can see where the hook is, where the fold will be. Now you have your custom socks complete with the heat press. Also, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button so I could come out with new content every week. I would like to do this every week.